My name is Valerie Anderson, and I'm the Water Quality Manager for the Lake Cane Restoration Society. This is the Water Quality Report for the board meeting on November 12th, 2020. So let's start with the overall quality of the lake. This is a number called the Trophic State Index, and as of October 14th, 2019, the last time we have data, the Trophic State Index for Lake Cane is 44, which is good. So the state of Florida sets these very wide ranges for water quality for this overall quality metric. So even though your lake might not look very good, or it might have some nutrient impairment, the state of Florida still allows that to be called good. So just because the overall quality is showing as good, it's a very generous metric, is what I'm saying. Even looking at this metric, we can see that we're at least maintaining the water quality on average. So from our last report in November 2019, we were 44 also. Our October average is 42, so slightly worse than our October average. October 2018, we were slightly worse, and October 2017, we were slightly better. Our best value was September of 2002, which was 18, and our worst was October 2014, it's 52. So over the years, over the time that data has been collected for Lake Cane, it's been about average. It's been about the same. For the past 10 years, it trended slightly upward, though not a very strong trend. And as of the last water quality report, I started doing these Trophic State Index and phosphorus and nitrogen and Secchi depth per month. So showing how does the lake compare to itself for its best result ever, on average, and for the past year, so we can get a better idea of how we're doing most recently compared to the average the lake has been, and compared to the best the lake has been in these different metrics. So what we don't really want to see is what we're seeing here, is that the past 12 months is more or less hugging the average. So we see, doing a little bit better in March, June, August, but worse in October. So we would like to see that yellow line be closer to the black line, the smallest result ever, so that we can move closer to the best the lake has ever been measured. This metric is called Secchi depth. You place a disc in the water and then you mark the depth at which you cannot see the disc anymore. So it's a measure of visibility. And so you'd like the visibility to be as high as possible. And this lake historically was very clear. As you can see, the best value was April 1995, which is where you can see the bottom of the lake, 16.4 feet. Now, you can't see the bottom of the lake in the center. The lake is categorized as eutrophic, 7.6 feet. So, as you can see from this list of numbers here, 7.6 is higher than the rest of these numbers. So it's higher than the last report, November 2018, higher than the November average, higher than November 2018, higher than November 2017, and higher than November 2016. So at least for November, we're trending upward, and upward is good. Unfortunately, over time, trending slightly downward, although this is not a very strong trend. But over the past 10 years, trending upward with a medium grade trend. And then my new favorite, this average per month. So as you can see, particularly as we get towards the end of the year, July, August, September, October, November, doing better than average this past year, 2019, getting closer to the highest visibility ever recorded for the lake during the years. So unfortunately, did not do very well in February, March, April, May for visibility, and also did not do very well in December of the year prior. So the next metric that LakeWatch collects data on and that we look at for the water quality report is phosphorus. So phosphorus is a common nutrient. It's present in fertilizer and in organic material. And this last data is from November of 2019, and the lake's categorized, the numbers for the phosphorus level means the lake is categorized as mesotrophic. So it's slightly worse than our last report, which was from December 2018, better than the November average, better than November 2018, better than November 2017. So the phosphorus is generally trending good for Novembers, and as we'll see, is trending pretty well for the year, but still hugging the average. So over time, since data has been collected, trending slightly downward, but over the past 10 years, trending slightly upward. So this is something that Lake Cane Restoration Society, we could work on, is improving phosphorus retention in the watershed rather than phosphorus heading into the lake, or phosphorus removal from the lake if possible. So as you can see, again, the phosphorus values of the last 12 months are hugging the average phosphorus concentration and not edging closer to that lowest phosphorus concentration for each month. Another nutrient that we look at is nitrogen. Nitrogen is also a very common fertilizer ingredient, and this data is from November of 2019. Again, the numeric value of the nitrogen level in the lake categorizes the lake as mesotrophic, and the last report from December 2018 was 470, whereas currently we're at 460. So slightly better, and significantly better than the November average, for all years. So that's quite good. And then for November 2018, a little bit worse than November 2018, and about the same as November 2017. The best result was in 1984, and the worst was in 1980. So a general trend downward, but again, not very strong. And then, but over the past 10 years, a general trend upward, unfortunately. Now, monthly, for this past year, nitrogen has been really good. So that means that either nitrogen has been being removed from the lake, or that there has been a reduction in nitrogen moving into the lake from its watershed. So to summarize, we're better than average nitrogen for the past year, about the same for phosphorus, a little bit better for visibility. And I hope this water quality report has been useful, and do what you can to protect our lake to keep it swimmable, fishable, and lovable.